Liz's Crafts. How's everybody today? I know it's been a while. Part decor craft today, and if you like what you see here, please feel free. And I see we have our notification. Just make sure it's turned down. Okay, so the first thing, we have this here from the, now they've just started putting Valentine stuff out a couple days ago, or maybe it was yesterday. No, a couple days ago. So I've been to Dollar Tree recently. You probably want to go ahead. So they have these hearts in there in a package, and there's 8 instead of the regular 5. So they have all different types of hearts. They have plain hearts. They have ones that have the arrow in it. They have these here, and they have a couple other kinds too. So I bought some of each, and I'll be using them in our Valentine crafts. So for this, Anita's acrylic paint. You can use whatever acrylic paint you have. I just painted the inside hearts here white. I gave it 2 coats. What I do is, and I'm not going to put the link to this out here because we're going to be using Design Co. supplies today, except for this size. Different company, and if you want the link, please personal message me and I will get that to you. I will not be putting that link in the comments or in the description. So what you do is you just take the size and you paint it on where you want it to go, and then it has to set for about 10 to 15 minutes. So what I want to do is I want it all around the edges of my heart. So I'm just putting a coat on around the edge, and then it will get tacky in about 10 to 15 minutes. And we're just going to set this because we do have other things to do. And once it sets up, we can put our gold leaf on it. Now you can also get gold leaf and all like that from any hobby store. You can get it from Hobby Lobby. You can Michael's, I don't know. But you can also get it from this other company. And like I said, if you want the link to it, just call me and I will get that to you. Okay, so we're just going to set that aside and let it come to tack. And put my in the water. Now I have this heart on here, and this is from the Dollar Tree. So it had hanger on it, and I just going to use it in a little. So I also got this paper from Hobby Lobby. I'm loving this stuff. It's called, it's from the paper. I got it when it was $21.99, and then when they have it 50% off, you can go ahead and get yours. Or, I mean, if you want to spend the whole amount, you certainly can, or use your 40% off coupon. I just took one of the pages out of it, and I like this one here that has black on it. What I did was I took this Taylor's chalk pencil, and I laid my heart face down on the back of the paper, and I cut it out. Then we're going to Mod Podge this heart onto our heart. I'm just cutting around my chalk outline. And the back of these papers are just brown bags. And I'm using my paper scissors. I don't want to use my material scissors because once you use it on paper, it dulls them and then it's not as good as it would be your materials. So here's my heart. And here's the front of the heart I got from the Dollar Tree, and I'm just going to Mod Podge it right on there. Now you can get little bottles of Mod Podge from the Dollar Tree. You can get, of course, bigger bottles at Hobby Lobby, and I'm not sure, they might have it at Walmart. I don't know. So I'm gonna put a good amount of Mod Podge on my heart because this paper is pretty thick. If it was thinner paper, I would use less. I wouldn't put it on as thick. And I didn't do anything to this. It has sparkles or sprinkles on it, or whatever you call those things. Glitter. It has glitter on it. I did not do anything with it ahead of time. I just left it as is. So you want to make sure you get it around the edges real good too, because otherwise your paper will pop off the edges. Okay, I think that's pretty good. Just wiping my brush off of my paper. And then I'm going to put my brush in the water. That way my brush doesn't dry out. So I want to make sure I have my heart on here so you don't see any of the edges of the heart from the Dollar Tree. And then I'm just pressing it down and smoothing it out. So this is what we have. Now I forgot to get my sandpaper, so I'm just going to get that real quick. What I like to go around the edges of my heart, and that way then you see you have the excess paper, and then it just smooths that off. So that's what I'm going to do right now. So I'm just taking my my sanding block, and you can get these at the Dollar Tree. You can get packs of them at Harbor Freight. They're actually cheaper than the Dollar Tree. And you can get them at any hardware store, I would assume. And I'm just going down in an angular, I'm angling it down. Okay. So I'm just going to continue around the whole heart. I see that getting some wrinkles in here that I didn't have. But that's okay. So I'm going to continue around the whole heart. Well, Shannon is watching. My hubby's watching. Thank you guys for watching me. I hope you like this craft. So I Mod Podged my scrapbook paper to my Dollar Tree heart. No, it's not off yet. Sorry for the noise. So yesterday, the reason I didn't go live was I made some leather pants and a leather vest with fringe on it for my granddaughter's Barbie. She said she loved it. I don't know. I just glued the sides and everything together. I didn't sew it or anything. I thought it would be easier just to glue it. It turned out pretty good. Wasn't as great as I thought it would be, but hey, she liked it, so. Okay, let's get this out of the way. Okay, so this is what we have. Our heart Mod Podged on to our Dollar Tree heart. Now, I think enough time has passed that this is probably, you know what, it's not sticky at all. I guess it's soaked, oops, it's soaked in the wood. So I'm going to have to put another coat on. Hopefully this works. Maybe I should have painted it first. So if you all do this, paint your surface first before you put the size on it if you're doing wood. Otherwise, it will soak up in the wood and it will not be tacky. So I'm putting a second coat on, and I'm hoping that this will take care of the issue. We will see. I think I'll keep this out. Okay, so the stencil I'm using today is this one here from Magnolia Design, and I did put the link in there in the description, and it is if you do decide to buy it, please buy it under lizyonke.magnoliadesignco.com. I do get a little percentage and I would appreciate it. So the stencil is called the Faith, Hope, Love Family. It's 8.5 inches by 11 inches, and you get 4 stencils. You get this one here that says Family. You get this one that says Hope. This one that says Faith. And then this one that says Love. I have used these a few times, so I don't think I have to, well, you know what, I better fuzz it anyway, because I don't want it to tear up my paper. So I'm going to fuzz it probably 3 times. So I'm putting it towards the middle of my heart. And then I'm just smoothing it down. There are some wrinkles in it, so I don't know how it's going to turn out. So I have the Brilliant White Chalk Paste, and I did put the link to it in the description along with the stencil link. So I'm just getting a good amount on my squeegee, and then I'm pressing it through the screen on the oh my gosh, I'm just losing my words today, on the stencil. And we'll see how this turns out. Ooh, yeah, it looks pretty good. Pretty good. So here we have it. This is love. So I'm going to put my squeegee and my stencil in my water. And I'm putting it face down, so the stencil face down, so that the screen, the chalk paste won't stick in the screen. Now I'm using hot glue, and let me see, that's still wet. Okay, so we're going to make a bow for this area right here, but I want to dry my love arrow first so that it does not get messed up. That's dry, and I'll go ahead and make the bow. So I have these different ribbons from just different places, and then I have this jute that I'm going to wrap around it. So I'm just going to make a messy bow. And I'm not real good at it, so I'm not quite sure how it's going to turn out. So I'm just going to cut several pieces, and at least 2 pieces of each type of ribbon. And let's see how long they are. They are, make it about 9 inches. We might have to cut them down later. So this ribbon here I got at the Dollar Tree. So I thought it was cute. So they have different Valentine ribbons. So this is just a red grosgrain polka dot ribbon. This one is a black polka dot that came off of something. So I'm just going to cut it in half and use it. And then I have this white polka dot grosgrain. We'll cut 2 of those. And then I have this leftover Valentine ribbon here. So I'll probably just go ahead and cut it in half. Now I'll dovetail these, the ends of these ribbons later. So I have this lace, and it was actually off, I think, the bottom of a curtain. So whenever I see something I like, I just, grab it. And then I have this piece here of lace, and I'm just going to cut it in half since it's so short. And then I have this, which is a yarn with some other stuff in it. Some type of black. It's got some knots in it, so anyway, I'll cut a couple pieces of it. Okay, hopefully that's good. If not, we'll come back and cut some more. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the bigger pieces on the bottom, and I'm just going to crisscross them in an X. And you want to do it facing, with the design facing up. And then I'm just taking the same ribbon and crisscrossing it, but you don't have to. You can do the different ribbons. You don't have to crisscross the same ribbon. And let's put this one on here. And we'll do this. And then our hearts. And then this right here. So since this came off, I'm not even gonna put that in there. And so then I have my yarn. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold my jute in half, making a loop like this, and then I am going to take it around the back, if I can, of all these ribbons, and then put the tails through the loop. And then I'm going to pull it tight. Pull it tight like this. And then I'm going to tie a knot in it. And then I'm going to cut it, because we're not using the jute to put it on the heart. We're going to use the glue, the hot glue. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through and I'm going to trim the ends of my ribbons, and I'm going to dovetail them. You want to make them whatever size you want them to be. And then you're just going to fold it over and then cut from the ends to the inside portion into a dovetail like that. So I'm going to do that with each piece of ribbon. And if they're too long, I'm cutting them shorter. Now this black and polka dotted one, I probably should have ironed it first, but I didn't. So I'm just going to go with it. I do need to cut it a little bit. It was already dovetailed on this end, but it's a little bit too long, so I'm going to cut it down a little. I don't know about you guys, but it's a little cool in Texas today. And if you're on here, please say hi or make some kind of comment, something, because if you comment, the more you interact with me, then the more Facebook knows that you like what you see, and will keep my videos out there. So Daphne's watching. Ooh, first time, Daphne, huh? So I'm just dovetailing the ends of this ribbon that I've made a messy bow out of. So I got this side done. And then I'm going to do the other side. So hey, Daphne, can you say hi? If you make comments, Facebook likes that. Well, Daphne said hi. Hi, Daphne. How's the weather in Georgia today? It's cold here. I told Kaylin I'd do a craft with her after I do my live, so we're going to decorate something that her mommy got her from the Dollar Tree. So this is what we've done so far. We got this heart from the Dollar Tree and we Mod Podged scrapbook paper on it. And then we stenciled the word love with an arrow on it with white chalk paste. Okay, I'm almost done here, I think. Let's see. Oh, one more here. Okay, let me see if I got them all. Oh, I think I got them all. So here's our bow that we're going to put on there. Oh, yes, our heart, the size I put on there is tacky. So I'm going to go ahead with my gold leaf. And this is from another company, so if you want the link to that, please send me a personal message and I will see that you get the link to it. So I'm just taking my gold leaf and I'm placing it on the heart, and it should stick only to the part where I put the size. And the extra pieces I'm going to keep, and I'm going to put in my little tin here. So I'm just going to go around the edges and remove the extra gold leaf. And I only went around the edges with the size. I didn't do the center. I painted the center hearts white. And you do want to make sure when you use this that you turn your fans off, because it will go everywhere. Oh, Darcy's watching. Whoa. Hey, Darcy. Say hi. Can you say hi, please? Is that a heart? No, that's a part of the size. And Holly's watching. Hey, Holly. So in between the pages, there's some of this tissue paper So you just take the tissue paper, you kind of gob it up a little bit, and then you just kind of burnish the gold leaf onto the heart. And Daphne said, "Cool, thank you, Daphne." And if you guys like this too, you can just click on the hearts or the thumbs up. Facebook likes that too. So I see a couple places where it didn't stick too much. So I'm going to see if I can add a little bit of gold leaf to that. And if it doesn't stick, you know, that's okay too, because then it kind of just gives it kind of an older look, like something you've had for a while. Okay. Okay, so I just got this one little spot that I want to put a little bit more on. And if I needed to, I could put some more size on it, on the spots that I missed, and let it sit, and then go back over it with a gold leaf. So I think this is going to be it. You can also go over it with a paintbrush. I just have a fan brush here. So I'm just going to get the extra off of it with my fan brush. Okay, so this is what we have right here. It's our heart from the Dollar Tree. And then I'm just going to put these pieces of gold leaf into my little container. And I can use those for later. Okay, so I am going to glue this tumbling tower block to the back of my heart. And you will be able to see it on there, but I'm okay with that. So I'm just going to use some hot glue. And I'm just going to put it on the back of my block. Now these tumbling tower blocks you can also get at the Dollar Tree. And I'm just going to put it right here in the center. And then I'm going to put some more glue on the back of the tumbling tower block, and then I'm going to put it down in the bottom, on the bottom of my heart. So this is what it looks like right now. I think I'm going to have to trim this ribbon down a little bit. I think it's just a little too long. These two are a little too long. You know, you can make them any size that you want. It's whatever you like. So, all right, I think that looks decent. Good enough. So I'm going to take these and I'm going to put a button, and I have this heart, this maroon heart button. I can't get it off the table. Okay, right here. So I'm going to put this in the center of my bow. And then I'm going to put my bow up on the corner of my heart. And then I'm just going to hold it for a couple seconds. And then one thing I forgot to do was punch out the hole for my hanger. So I need to go to the back of my hanger. And I just have this stylus here with the ball on the end, and I'm just going to poke that through. This paper's pretty thick. Okay, I got that one. And I got that one. Okay. And what I'm going to do is, I have my hanger and I have these beads. Now this was a garland that I got from Walmart, and they had their Christmas stuff out. It was cheaper to buy the garland than it was to get the beads. So that's what I'm using today. And these are just, they're not white. They're kind of like a barely white. So I'm just going to put an even number of beads on my hanger. So I have 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I think that's good right there. And so this hanger had the plastic on it, and so you just take the plastic and you stick it through the hole, and then you just pull it all the way through, and then you pull it so your plastic hooks onto there, onto the back. And then you do the same thing to the other side, if you can get to it. Okay. I almost covered it up with the bow. Okay, I'm going to have to go in with the bigger side. Okay. So this is what we have. So 2, 4, 6, 2, 4, 6, and you hang it up like this. If it hangs correctly, I don't know. I'll hang it on the wall. I'll take a picture of it and put it on Liz's craft page, and I'll also put a picture of it on Liz's Craft Friends. Now, the Liz's Craft Friends is a closed group. If you decide to join, there's just 2 questions that you need to answer, and once you answer those questions, I'll approve you for membership. And what we do there is we just show each other the crafts that we make. We take pictures of them. We encourage each other. We get ideas from each other. So if crafting is your thing, please request membership. And like I said, I'll approve you for that. And 2, if you decide to buy any of the stencils or the chalk paste or whatever, please use my links, as I do get a little percentage. And I will be back here tomorrow with another craft, hopefully. And I'll probably start doing my crafts now at 12:30 Central Time. So until tomorrow, keep crafting. Bye.